Hair dye is a staple for many women, but a recent study suggests some of those products can increase the risk of developing breast cancer.
Carolyn Clifford joins us now with new information on that research. Carolyn?
Yes, indeed. Sounds alarming when you hear it, right? Well, that study looked at popular hair dyes and chemical straighteners. But now doctors say it's important to note that the research only looks at women who already had a higher than average risk.
You have to keep in mind that all women in this study already had a slightly higher risk of breast cancer because they not only had a family history, but it was a sister, so a very close first-degree relative who already had breast cancer. So that raises the risk and ups the ante a little bit to begin with.
The study looks at more than 50,000 women between the ages of 35 and 74 who had a sister diagnosed with breast cancer. Researchers found among the women studied, those who used permanent hair dye had a 9% increased risk of developing breast cancer. Those who used chemical hair straighteners had an 18% increased risk. Dr. Megan Cruz says it's difficult to know how this risk translates to women who don't have a family history of breast cancer, since the study only looked at a high-risk group. It's also difficult to know what chemicals in the hair products could be linked to cancer risk, since the specific types of products used were self-reported and not studied specifically. However, Dr. Cruz says if you have your hair dyed or treated with chemicals, it's always a good idea to know what's in the products you're using.
It's certainly something that gets our attention. It's something we should all be aware of. I think at the very minimum, you can talk to the person who's providing your hair care to ask about what type of dye is this? Is this something that you've seen issues with before?
Yeah, a lot of us will be paying closer attention, right? Dr. Cruz says the study results are not enough to recommend women make big changes in their hair dyeing habits. However, she says it's always a good idea to be aware of potential breast cancer risk factors we can control. We'll be watching. Dave, Glenda?
Oh, frightening. All right, Carolyn, thank you.